Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. Before we get started, I just want to remind you to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get on with today's show. I've been on TikTok since 2019. No, it's not all kids doing lip sync and dance videos. That may have been how it started. Though the TikTok audience still skews younger, it is not limited to that demographic and subject matter. I'm a baby boomer and have found many people of my own age group and even older. Now it's a full-fledged short video content sharing social network covering every imaginable topic and genre, including a large book-related hashtag, BookTok. So what do people do on BookTok? On BookTok, readers share their short video reviews of books, as well as other discussions about book-related topics. For example, readers may share their views on diversity issues in books. So why is the publishing industry paying attention to BookTok? The publishing industry is now paying attention to BookTok. Bookstores even now feature BookTok displays of books that are trending in that community. A New York Times article from March 2021 notes that there are no similar bookstore display tables for Twitter or Instagram because those social networks can't seem to make sales of books like TikTok does. Contrast this with the director of books at Barnes & Noble, who was quoted as saying, "TikTok moves tens of thousands of book copies a month." Case in point, Grammy-winning musician Billie Eilish, who has 97 million followers on Instagram and 6 million Twitter followers, has authored a self-titled book. Did you even know she had a book? As reported in a different New York Times article, it sold just 64,000 copies. Not a resounding success for the publisher, and that's in spite of her massive social audience and popularity. So let's do the math. That sales level is 0.0621% of her social media followers on Instagram and Twitter. That's not even close to my 1% rule of thumb for book sales from your engaged fans. But that's the problem. Many of those who follow her may not be engaged fans. Though not discussed in the Times article about her book, I should note that Eilish has 36.6 million followers on TikTok. She's barely active on the network. As I'm writing this, she has posted a total of 14 times since she started posting on TikTok in November 2020. Active TikTokers may post that number of posts in a week or even a few days. Of course, her posts have millions of views and up to hundreds of thousands of likes. But none of those posts, surprisingly, were about her book that was published in May of 2021. But as I've talked about, it's all about engagement. One could barely expect Billie Eilish to engage personally with her fans, given her superstar status. BookTok doesn't succeed because the author is engaging with the audience. BookTok succeeds in driving sales because people are engaging in discussions with each other. There's the difference. Publishers have so far mistaken vanity social metrics for engagement. The surprising thing for both publishers and authors is that BookTok discussions and reviews are not just about the latest best-selling books. BookTok has the power to move backlist titles. One of the New York Times articles mentioned also highlighted an author who was surprised and confused to see her 2014 book move to bestseller status in the summer of 2020. Her kids had to clue her in that it was because of TikTok. Books even older than that are also seeing surprise bumps in sales. But here's how influencers or people who are very active on BookTok could ruin BookTok. Now that publishers have discovered what is driving these unexpected sales, they're seeking to capitalize on it. This is both good and bad. Publishers are now reaching out to BookTok influencers. offering them free books to review or even paying them to read and review. While that can provide a monetary benefit to those TikTok influencers who invest so much in their community, it also ruins the organic nature of book talk. Readers have been swayed into buying copies of new and old books because of the genuine book talk reviews they've watched. Will readers now have less trust in these reviews? I'm going to take a bit of a detour and share why paid influencers could ruin book talk's success. In the earlier days of social media, I was very active in multiple Twitter hashtag communities. For one of them called SobCon, an influential community of thought leaders and authors led by early social media icon Liz Strauss. I served as chat co-moderator and helped with a few live events for the community. After one of them, Liz and I shared a cab ride back to the airport. With her big influence and following in the social world, I had to ask if and how she monetized this influence. Her wise and terse answer was, "I don't monetize my relationships." End of discussion. I never forgot that. Sure, we may gain business from people we meet in the social world, but once we start monetizing it, it changes the dynamics of our relationships on social and can decrease the element of trust. So how does book talk apply to self-publishing? I don't mean to suggest that authors and publishers shouldn't give ARC or advanced reader copies or just regular review copies to potential reviewers on Book Talk or anyplace else. This is a common and ethical practice that's been in place for many, many years with newspaper book editors and columnists. Certainly reach out to Book Talk reviewers who seem like a good fit for your book. What I'm cautioning against is coercing these reviews. Invite to review, share your new or backlist title with those who accept, and then let go. And in your TikTok posts about your book, definitely use the Book Talk hashtag along with other topic and genre hashtags that apply to your books. But don't just do "buy my book" posts. Be a good Book Talk community member and share your reviews and thoughts about books you read, even by other authors on Book Talk. I hope you found that helpful, and if you did, please rate, review, and subscribe to The Heidi Thorne Show on whatever podcast app you like to use. I'm on all the major ones, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you like the YouTube video better, you just have to subscribe to my Heidi Thorne YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you get an alert when a new video is up. I would appreciate it if you would share the audio or the video with your friends on social media. And if you want to see my self-published books, they are on Amazon, Audible, and Apple Books. All you have to do is go to one of those sites, type in my name, and my author page will come up with a list of all available titles. If you'd like to connect with me, my website is HeidiThorne.com, and I am most active on Instagram and TikTok at Heidi Thorne. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode, and in the meantime, have a great day.